Welcome back, my dear students. We here have now to talk about a new topic that's motivating employees. How to motivate the employees for working, motivating employees, and creating self-management team. Okay, we're still holding the same book or the same text, which is, I believe, it's very nice because it's well organized. What are the basic principles of Frederick Taylor's concept of scientific management? So Frederick Taylor is, we call him the father of the modern scientific management because he's the first one to say that management is based on science, not on just a smart or whatever. It depends on studying, and it should be. It should. We should recruit the good employees based on their knowledge and skills, and give them skills through training. And he talk about the division of labor, and he talk about the principles of specialization, and he talk about the pays and the wages and how to join between the volume of production and the wages itself. So developing scientific management approach for each element of a person's job, uh, we should select scientifically and train and teach and develop workers, encourage cooperation between workers and the management, divide work and responsibilities between uh, for each one. Then after this come what we know about Elton Mayo, and this is about the behavioral school. And he talk about also the Hauser studies and the behavior school. What is Elton Mayo? What did he do? The phenomenon that employees perform better when they feel singled out of attention or feel that management is concerned about their welfare. So this will make them work more. The Hausen effect said that there are a lot of things, not only the basic needs of a human, but also like when you encourage the human, motivate them, that will increase their productivity. About Maslow's, who's Maslow? Abraham Maslow's, he has a hierarchy or a pyramid of the basic needs of any human being. And he put these motivations, he put, here is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Come in the bottom of the pyramid, the physiological needs, like the needs for survival. We call it sometimes survival needs, like the needs for eating, drinking, shelter, all this. Without this satisfying these basic needs, human will go to distinction. Like humans will never be existing on the earth anymore. So the second level of needs is safety needs, and hierarchies of needs for Abraham Maslow are safety needs. Safety needs are like, it's not only like you close the door or lock your door before you sleep. Safety is including many things. As example, if I tell you to have a job, you will have a job for 1 month with $8,000, but only for 1 month, or you have to choose between this and between another job that you will take $1,000, but for all your life. I mean, every month $1,000. In that case, you will choose the $1,000 for each month and permanent. Safety, if I tell you there are two ways to go home, this way is dark and there are a lot of people, they might come and steal your money by force. But the other way is clean and lighting. The dark way and the unknown and the risky way, it's only 10 minutes to your home. But the one which you take every day is 30 minutes. Then you will say, I will take the 30 minutes. I don't like to be risky. So the safety needs is very important for us. Social needs, the third one in the pyramid, which we call it the needs of belonging, is very important for humans because the needs for friendship, the need for love, the need for it confirm the all the social entities in a society. And in the even when we find like the informal organizations within the formal organizations in the company, it comes from the social needs or the needs of belonging. Esteem, how do you want the people to see you? You want the people to see you very respectful people. You want to see the people uh, point, point out and say, this guy is great. So this is the esteem. So what you're doing is kind of esteem, looking for studying, and working in the same time. You are moving forward. All this because you want in the future to be more respectful than you are now. However, you are now respect, but you need to be more respectful in the future. You want how you looks in the people's eyes. This is the esteem. Self-actualization is attending and getting all you have to get at the end. And this is the self-actualization at the top of the pyramid. How are McGregor's X and Y theory, and what do you mean by X and what do you mean by Y? Actually, Douglas McGregor, he had a theory that's called X and Y, or the carrot and the stick, the carrot and the stick. So he said he divided the people into two types of characters. The type X, where he find that he think the people, he assumed that the people dislike work. They don't like work. And that the people need to be under control and directed. And the average person prefer to be directed, avoid responsibility. Anybody avoid responsibility. And he's ambitious always. He does not want to work, lazy to work, does not want to do anything. Uh, Work is as natural as play or rest. This is theory Y. Theory Y, he said, not all the people, the people transmit the X theory. Then he said, okay, we have the other side that the people are positive and they want to work and they don't need anybody to direct them and they are already free and they are very good to do their work alone. So X and Y are two contrast categories of people. Whereas X is dislike the responsibility, dislike to work, need to be directed, but Y is the opposite. That the Y said that the human is motivated by his own self. He want to work, he want to produce, he's ambitious. He does not need any external control, and that his internal control, his conscious, is enough to make him move and work, and that the human being is also motivated, and he like to be encouraged to do the work. Okay, now that theory, which was a theory of William Ushi in Japan. Actually, this theory is from Japan. They talk about long-term employment, slow career development, that there will be training and develop, but slow down. And this is the system in Japan and everything. Moderate specialization, person should be specialized. Group decision making, the group must make the decision because in this a benefit for the management, as when we share in making the decision will be right. Individuals responsibilities, and this also that everyone should carry the responsibility based on his work. Informal control over the employee and concern for workers. This is about Z theory. How about the Herzberg's, or what we say motivators and hygiene theory? He consider there are two factors that will keep the person working. The first, this is for Herzberg. Herzberg motivators hygiene factors or theory. The motivating factors which cause him to be satisfied about the job, which let him be satisfied about the job. We call it motivating factors. Uh, This is intrinsic job elements that leads to job satisfaction. But we have the hygiene factors, which is extrinsic elements of the work environment. So one of them will lead to be satisfied and the other will lead to be dissatisfied. So what are the motivating factors and what are the hygiene factors? The motivating factors for Herzberg's theory is achievement, recognition, work itself, responsibility, advancement, and growth. While the hygiene factors are company policy, supervision, working conditions, interpersonal relationships at work, and salary and benefits and job security. Okay, for nowadays, motivation had been having some theories and some point of views, like expectancy theory and equity theory and goal setting theory. Expectancy theory that I'm working for a company and I'm expecting here the effort, expectancy theory, the effort, performance, outcomes, individual needs. So always I'm having the expectancy. Expectancy theory motivating determine the rewards value by each employee, determine the desired performance level, make the performance level attainable, link rewards to performance, determine what factors might counteract the effectiveness of an award. And the equity theory. What do you mean by the equity theory? Employees evaluate their outcomes. They see their outcomes in relation to their inputs and compare to their past experience in different positions and different organizations. So always they see their outputs divided by inputs. How about the equity theory? Change work habits, change the employee choice if an inequity exists. What will happen if the employee felt that he's treated differently than other people and that there is an equity in the organization? What will he feel? He will change his working habits. As example, he's working hard but no compensating to him like another person who does not work and he's having more compensations. Then what will happen? He will change his work habits. He will change job benefits and income. He will distort their perception of themselves. He will distort his perception of the others. He will look at situation from different perspective, and it might be ended that he would leave the organization and look and work in another place. So to increase the motivations for the people, to increase their motivations, we have two things we can do. Uh, we can do job enlargement or three things: job enrichment and job rotation. The job enlargement is to have more to know the knowledge of the other jobs, which are shared horizontally on the same organization structure. What do you mean by this? As example, I'm working as a teacher for business. I will know the work of teacher for accounting. So I know the work of the accounting. I will know how to do to teach accounting. So this is job enlargement because it's in the same level. Job enrichment. Job enrichment is to know the job and details of the job and to practice the job of the other levels or my superior levels. So I will know how they will do the job. What are the benefits of job enlargement and job enrichment? The benefit of both of them actually is that it gives me the chance to enrich my knowledge in case of one of the employees is absent or did not attend, I can replace him in work. So if the the accounting teacher was absent or he left the organization, I can work instead of him. Okay, so you can switch to his job or take on his duties. Job rotation is like the rotating. By the way, the three of them will help to increase job satisfaction for the workers, and it will be a positive motivation for the workers because sometimes workers leave the organization because of the routine work, the same job they are doing for a long time. It makes them feel like boring, and they want to leave the organization and work in another institution or organization. And we have also credit sharing. So how I will do the incentives. How I will do the incentives. Of course, the incentives are uh, through the piece rate plans. If you produce two units, you will take $2. If you produce 3 units, you will take $5 and this. Profit sharing, if we have retained earnings in the organization like 100,000, then we'll divide it by the workers who prove a good success. Gain sharing, this is another point. Bonuses and stock options. Stock is dividends or shares we can give the good people who are working positively a portion of the shares of the company. We have what we do, like the best thing is for the motivations is the group decision making, because it can guarantee for us that the decision will be with more information when we share in the decision. That means more information will come up to the decision, and there will be diversity as well, because we have many ideas of many people sharing and participating in the decision, and the results will be higher quality and increase the likelihood that decisions will be accepted, because it is a group decision, not one decision only. But the weak points of this group decision making, it's having also its disadvantages, like take a longer time, that's true, because many people are sharing the ideas, may pressure others to confer. So some people might impulse other people in the same group to do what they want, may be dominated by one or more participant, and this is another point. It might be dominated by one participant, lack accountability sometimes because it is difficult to assign responsibilities for outcomes. Also, we have another teams inside the organizations, and those are the team is there. We generate the team for a particular purpose. Then once the purpose is done, the team can be dissolved and we can make another team. So we have problem solving team, we have self-managed work team, we have cross-functional teams. The problem solving team generate ideas and alternatives and may recommend a course of action. The self-managed work team, those they manage themselves. Like as example, if I say, you guys, 5 guys here, you do this task, it's left up to you to do whatever you want to do, but I want the job to be done. So this is management themselves. They manage themselves without formal supervision, take responsibility for goal setting, planning, work. They work independently, totally independently. The cross-functional teams made up of employees from same hierarchical level. Look at this, the cross-functional from the same hierarchical level, but different functional areas. But someone from production, someone from financial, someone from human resource, someone from marketing department, but they are all on the same horizontal level. Uh, One thing you have to be very aware of when you are up to make a team, this team must be harmonizing, and they must harmonize and coordinate their efforts. There must be no contradiction or any kind of enmity between the members of the team, because this will result in conflict. You must build a good communication system between the team members, so that this will help them to encourage their performance regarding the team. Here we go. Trends in employees' motivations. Those are new aspects in employee motivation. Nurturing knowledge workers, work-life benefit, and employee ownership and education. Okay, one of the worst problem in any organization is the absenteeism, and it leads also because there is a job dissatisfaction. The job dissatisfaction will lead to absenteeism. Absenteeism is the frequency that the workers or employees will be absent and not to attend the work in time. So usually allow makeup time, establish a grace period for late arrivals, eliminate advance notice requirement, allow employees to occasionally refuse mandatory overtime, eliminate formal attendance policies, provide on-site daycare, provide, because some ladies, uh, they might have kids and they find problems. So if you have on-site daycare, that will be fine. Provide elder care assistance to employees' elderly relatives. So this will help because those are reasons. The last two are reasons. Those two are reasons why the people sometimes they get absent because they have to care about someone else. So if you afford this care, that will help them to work. Thank you so much for listening to me, and shall see you in the next video. Bye bye.